Okay, hey guys, welcome to week 61 at the underwaterrealm.com video blog. It's been a fantastically exciting week. In fact, we've just got into our studio in Dawlish and started taking everything in there. So we've got the Spitfire in there now being finished off. We've got the Spanish Galleon being assembled. So really, really cool stuff going on. But we're going to be focusing on that in next week's blog for week 62. This week, we're going to be talking about something really, really exciting that happened, which is my little sister's wedding. Although I don't think you guys are probably too interested. So actually what we're going to be talking about is a photo shoot that took place. You may remember a few weeks back I was introducing you to a guy called Ben Von Wong, who is a fantastic fantasy photographer from Montreal. Now, he came out with a couple of his assistants. He's been doing a collaborative tour of Europe on the back of a very successful Indiegogo campaign, and he arrived in the UK earlier on this week to come and do a photo shoot with us at the Underwater Realm. So this was his first underwater photo shoot, and it was just a fantastically exciting couple of days, really. Two main goals of the weekend. One was to get some fantastic promotional photography from Ben, and two was to get all of our cast for 149 BC, the final piece set in Roman times. Get all of that cast together to get them all going through makeup trials, going through hair, and going through costume fittings. Get them all in the water, get them all working together, trusting each other, having fun, and working on their breath holding to get down, and just really learning to start kind of trusting myself and the rest of the team and having a great time underwater. So really great to finally see that happening, and we all had a great time. The weather was fantastic and produced some phenomenal stills on the first day. Now I'm going to show you a couple of those stills a little bit later on, but most of them are actually under lock and key until the films are released later on this year, but you will be seeing a couple of exclusives on this very video. Now, the second thing I'm going to show you is kind of a culmination of some of the shots that we were working on. Now, what we were doing, it's quite an awesome workflow. We're trying very hard to get the workflow exactly perfect, and small things really improve that underwater workflow and save an awful lot of time. For example, we've gone from the early days of kind of getting everybody to rehearse on land and then throwing them all in the pool and seeing what happens, to having a much more advanced workflow. We've now got communications into the water from the surface. I've got my director's chair set up at the side of the pool. I've got a monitor next to me so I can see straight through the epic that's swimming around underneath, seeing our talent. And I can talk to our divers via the radio comms and then use a very high-powered green laser pointer to actually point out different spots on the floor. So for example, I can now radio in and tell one of our divers that I need them to move light panel number 2 over to the mark on the green spot. I can tell our actors that they're aiming for the lead weight at the side of the green spot, and it makes a phenomenal difference to that workflow. But in addition to all of that, getting everybody to work together, to trust each other and to have fun, we've managed to actually produce a single shot, which really means a lot to me, and so I'm going to share it with the rest of you watching the video blog. Now, the reason this means a lot to me, despite the fact that it's just a rehearsal, it was just lit by daylight coming in through the window, you can see the pool and all the tiles and the wires from the lights in the background. All of this stuff is cluttering the frame, the costumes are unfinished, the hair and makeup are only at the trial stage and only on a couple of the actors. But the real beautiful thing about this is that it proves finally that it is in fact possible to get a group of people underwater without breathing air, all together, focused on a scene, not splashing around looking like they're underwater, puffing their cheeks out, squinting their eyes, actually all there in the moment together telling a story without words. And that to me is a beautiful thing. We've always known that this is going to be the deepest challenge on everything that we do, despite the technical challenges that we're up against. This is the major creative challenge of the product. I know that we can then refine the lighting, we can build the set, we can improve on the, we can add in the visual effects and all that kind of stuff we can do. That's completely achievable. But if this bit didn't work, then the whole project comes crumbling down around our ears. But finally, we've seen it for the first time. So I'm going to share that shot with you. There's a couple of little spoilers in there, but you're just going to have to trust me that there is still an awful lot left to come. It's fantastically exciting to start seeing it. So here it is, along with a montage of what we got up to this week.